Sandman Abilities are not correct and is missing info. We're going to have a look at what the hell that's all about. Battlegrounds Season 7 is releasing today amongst a lot of confusion as to if it was actually going to be running today, and so is Act 8.2. Lots of things happening. Kabam are taking a fight once again to cheaters, but is it enough, especially with punishments not being as severe? We're going to look into somebody basically telling us that it's fine to mod. We're going to look into why they think that, and also some other stuff. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Wednesday show, the MCN. Now we've got lots to go over today, and also later on I will be hopefully doing a live stream of Act 8.2. At the moment work, if anybody doesn't know, I work part-time for a games developer, and I've got a very big project that's got to be done by the end of next week, so there's a lot of stuff I'm doing this week. But I do plan to live stream Marvel Contest Champions and Act 8.2, and cover some stuff with it as well. And as well as somebody did ask in one of the comments recently, yes, I will be doing an Act 8.2 kind of exploration guide. I've started work on it based on some info for some previous kind of live streams and stuff, but it will be a slow process just because I'm a bit busy. But yes, in any case, hit the like button, subscribe with post notifications on all, and let's get into the show. So we kick off with winners. If you were one of the people, I forgot who the winner was, the first ever 7-star, but for those that got a shiny 6-star Nexus Crystal, they are these people right here. So if you're wondering, like, you know, if Kabam released the details, they have. And as Kabam have said, check out your Twitch DMs, especially if you're one of these people. Like, if you're one of these people and these are your Twitch names, go and check out your DMs, because otherwise you're going to miss them. But Kabam did release the info. Now we move on to this Sandman debacle. What's all this debacle about? I mean, I'm surprised as well, but never surprised when it comes to some missing information or things not going right when it comes to champion releases. Like Shocker, just before release, had a bug with scalable damage, which meant that the damage you were expecting was not as much as what you saw in a deep dive. In any case, to the point, Sandman. Before Sandman is released to you all, we wanted to give you all a heads up that there's currently a bit of missing information in his abilities that we're working to fix in future release. Sandman's burst damage when unstable is meant to scale with his base damage, but his abilities are missing that information. In a future release, we'll be adding damage scales with base attack only to those abilities, so the two affected descriptions will read as follows. Under unstable. Sandman's light and medium attacks consume 1 resistance up on hit, block, or whiff. If the attack strikes the opponent or a block that is not well timed, deal a burst of X amount of damage. Damage scales with base attack only. The final hit of Sandman's heavy attack, special attack 1 or SP2 consumes up to 5 resistant ups for each time the opponent has been knocked down since unstable started. Deal a burst of 1 to 4.1 physical damage on hit for each of Sandman's personal debuffs. They're suffering. Damage scales with base attack only. This is not a change to his abilities, but simply changing his description to match how he functions. I don't know, it's, sometimes you kind of go, was this a bug to begin with? Now the Kabam, like, well, we can't fix this, we're just going to leave it kind of, we're going to change it to be fixed based on abilities. I think they've done that before, whether or not it feels like it's intended or not. Sometimes I feel these are spin, but, you know, I don't know. I put it down to like the court of Marvel Contest of Champions opinion on this one. Do you think this is spin by Kabam to kind of go like, right, well, this is us saying like it's nerfed, or is it just a case of like you just go, right, was Kabam kind of doing just kind of like saying that, well, we forgot to do the abilities, kind of like mention that particular point. It's a tough one, isn't it? Between, do you trust Kabam on this one? Do you not trust Kabam on it? Now let's go on to Battlegrounds. Look, it's been a week since the Battlegrounds Season 6 finished, and the Season 7, as I put the in the front of stuff, the Season 7 is going to be launching today. Now, as I've said in the past, we jester in these points when we're ending seasons where there's stuff that's not dealt with. And even though we can go, okay, well, we got into May 17th for this, there's nothing in this apart, you know, we covered this on the channel. We did a spreadsheet guide on the victory track, getting out of victory track very early on. And that's up on the channel. That was a video posted on Saturday. There's a spreadsheet attached to it. But yeah, look, the same thing is, what kind of bugs are we likely to expect in Season 7? Well, all seasons really. I was going to say, let's say Season 6 in, but Season 6 had the same problems that Season 5 and Season 4 had when it comes to stuff like this, where it's like instant losses, or it's weird wins, it's drafting that you didn't even draft, forced drafting on stuff. I mean, look, like, Kabam have got something of a Trello board, which this is something I've been trying to follow for a while, but I stopped following because Kabam stopped updating it. Kabam Mike recently said that he would be pushing more to have this regularly updated and get people an idea of what's been going on. Because look, there's still issues. I mean, look at it this way, like there's still stuff here. Some experiences stuck run in during Battlegrounds match. That's something that was added on December 2022. God, I can't speak. But this is something like this is fixed in a future update. What update? Like when was that? Which update? Is it the next update? And I would like that when Kabam are announcing these kind of like new seasons of Battlegrounds, just letting know what's happening with certain bugs. You know, because we've still got lots of other things that just haven't been fixed. Something that you know, we've got first attacker defender is auto drafted to the user. That was added on the 31st of March. Yes, it was the 31st of March that was added, but that's been something that's been in there for a long time. It's been an issue for a long time. And I can imagine people have put tickets into Kabam on that, and you know, it's only now that we're kind of seeing these particular things added in here. What else? Match starts with less than 2 minutes on the timer. Still 31st of March under investigation. Users shown incorrect match results and at the end of the match. I think it was like one of these. Forfeit shows the wrong match in forfeits from opponents show as loss for winner in match. The thing is, again, there's bugs and issues which players are mentioning that's just not in there. And that's what I would like to see. If it's not going to be in the update notes, so when a new update is put into the game, then at least maybe putting it into things like this, just like something at the bottom saying where we're up to when it comes to, you know, current bugs and stuff like that for Battlegrounds. Also, for those curious, it looks like it's Season 8 start of May 24th. And of course, close to the time, we'll be doing a kind of a meta spreadsheet of some of the best options champions. I'm still expanding that. It's still a work in progress whenever I do that on a season by season basis. Like, I've got to add in better options for certain things. But I'm pretty happy with the way it's going. It just needs a bit of improvement, you know, season by season when I have some free time. And now let's move on to talk about an update on the tackling of cheaters. Now, this was put out on Friday of last week. Impact has started being, you know, felt because people are being banned. But I thought it'd be important to kind of go over this and also some extra information, which I was provided with. And man, it was funny when it comes to stuff and how Kabam tackle these cheaters still. With the close of Season 6, most of our anti-cheat efforts over the past week focused on Battlegrounds improvements we made to the system throughout the season were successful in reducing the amount of cheating taking place, especially higher on Gladiator Circuit leaderboard. We also committed more resources to manual review in the days leading up to the conclusion of the season. Things still aren't perfect, we still have work to do, but things are improving. We successfully identified a dozen of additional cheaters thanks to a new improvement to the system we rolled out this week. Unfortunately, though manual reviews, we also found 2 false positives in the data. Our goal for the next season will be to iterate on the improvements to completely eliminate false positives. In the meantime, we'll be manually reviewing the accounts identified and banning any cheaters. This is a concern, by the way. As much as we want cheaters to be targeted, there'll come a point where the system is just so aggressive that Kabam have that there will be people that will be banned that shouldn't be banned, and it will happen. And this is the positives and the negatives to all of this, because you think, oh, it's positive that Kabam are dealing with all these cheaters and will at some point get to a fine art with completely kind of eradicating it. Well, less than likely. I shouldn't really say that that's going to be a thing. But it will mean that more aggressive systems will mean to more aggressive bans, and people may be flagged up that maybe shouldn't be flagged up. But we'll see what happens. We continue to apply harsh penalties for cheating and have a long list of additional anti-cheat systems queued up for development and implementation. If you're modding in a game, you should expect to get banned. If you pilot or hire someone to pilot your account, you should expect to get banned. If you hire a cheater to carry you through content in any way, you should expect to get banned. Ooh. there will be another update about the incursion cheating situation at some point in the next few weeks. So yeah, but we still have the same issue that the extent of bans is still not, and we're talking about harsher penalties, right, for stuff. People are still able to be banned and come back to an account. And if they're coming back to an account with all that cheated loot, then it does give a very unfair platform to those. And I know Kabam are like this. They say that, oh, well, you know, people reform. They're more likely to reform. What? Reform whilst they've taken... The thing is, it's, again, another contradiction with Kabam, where it's like, if you allow these people to come back to get unfair advantage in content moving forward after doing Abyss of Legends, EOP, Karina's challenges, then it's just as bad as saying, hey, by the way, you know that revive farming thing that they, you know, Kabam nerfed? Hey, help yourself to just breeze through content at a lower level. And it's just, I know people will say, there will be some people saying, no, that's not exactly the same. It is, because it's still an exploit to a system, or exploit with bunny ears, to a system of making progression, advancement, and also taking advantage of the ecosystem within Marvel Contest of Champions. And this can be, you know, and people were banned, by the way, recently on this one. There's somebody here saying, my account was banned, I want unbanned. You're not going to get unbanned. But then you come to situations like this, and this is, by the way, shout out to Jay, who sent this through and said, basically, showed this, which is, long story, not so short. Got to Cavalier legit in Hit the Wall. Decided to mod, just got bored. Got pretty much everything done from all Karina's challenges to Abyss of Legends. Took a ban for 7 days, got back. I did some more, currently serving 30 days ban with not all too long left. Not modding again, as I have no need to the account. It's pretty effing crazy, and would be a permaban if I did Labyrinth for Legends. My question is, I can still get reported and banned on my return even though I've served my punishment and don't mod again? It's minor, if so, wouldn't be too bothered, just curious. This only just backs up what I just said right there, where you've got a situation, and we know of many people that have got and been able to keep their rewards after they have gone through a length of time of cheating. Now, that's the thing. If it's a 7 day, if it's a 30 day, you're still able to come back and progress further, providing you don't mod. If you have done Abyss of Legends and also Karina's challenges and all the stuff right there, then you've created like a really decent platform for your account. This is then the platform that then people decide to sell on said account to other people, and then that's the ecosystem of accounts selling and buying and selling. But the other side of things is, again, the hypocrisy, the contradiction of saying, hey, you know, revives, you know, you're not cheating, but you're just grabbing a load of extra revives and doing some of the content. Well, that's a problem. You're naughty, right? These people that ban, they are naughty, but they can come back with a stonking account and blast through a load of content in the game. That's acceptable, isn't it? There's still going to be massive questions as to the effectiveness of Kabam's work in Battlegrounds and tackling cheaters, and I've definitely had and definitely seen questions as to whether or not Kabam have tackled some of these elements, especially in this particular thread, which you can check out in the link in the description down below. What are your thoughts on all this? Put it in the comment section, and yeah, just honestly, you've got to have hope that something in the future is going to be dealt with, and especially how strict Kabam could be and definitely should be when dealing with cheaters in the future. Now let's end the show by doing a little bit of arena predictions for Venom and for Gwenpool. These are actually two fun champions to be putting these arenas. Right, predictions. I'm going with 120 mil for 6-star Venom. I'm going with 35 mil for the 5-star Venom. And I'm going with 40 mil for 6-star Gwenpool and 15 mil for the 5-star Gwenpool. There we go. That has been the show. Thank you very much for watching. Also, thank you to those that support the channel as a YouTube member and as a Patreon. Thank you very much for the support. Also, those that support on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. Yes, I will be live streaming. I know I've said that, but I do have deadlines for the other company I work for, so got to do that. But I will be trying to do, and maybe do a restream. So I stream on both platforms as of today. Possibly, I need to prepare for that one, but I'll be doing exploration of Act 8.2, starting off with 8.2.1 later on, and doing it a quest by quest. But yeah, come along for that one. Cheers, everybody. Check out some other content located on screen right now, and I'll see you all in the next video, whenever that will be, probably later on, maybe. Cheers, bye-bye.